Hey guys, this is Learning with Michelle, and today we are going to be doing questions 37 through 40 in the 2022 Grade 3 Mathematics State Exam for New York. So let's get into it. Sam needs to solve the problem shown below. Question mark times 7 equals 63. He uses the equation 63 divided by 7 equals blank to find the unknown number. Will this process help Sam solve the problem? So this is basically what I wrote. I wrote that this process will help Sam solve the problem. This is because dividing two numbers is similar to multiplying the second number of the equation by the answer. Division is multiplication, but backwards. Finding the answer to a division problem is the same as finding the factor to a multiplication problem. Make sure to thoroughly explain your answer and make sure to touch all of the things that you need to explain. This kind of response or something similar will get you full points on the state exam, so make sure to do something similar to this when solving questions and explaining them. Just don't write specifically this because it's going to be a different question. So for number 38, it says the figure shown below is made up of unit squares. Write and solve one addition equation and one multiplication equation that can be used to find the area of the figure. So for the addition equation, you have to find the number of unit squares basically and write an equation for that. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 unit squares in the first row, and there are 3 rows. So you have to do 8 plus 8 plus 8 equals 24 to account for all the rows and all the unit squares. So that's our addition equation. And for our multiplication equation, we need to do 8. Wait, that's a really bad multiplication sign. Uh, 8 times 3 equals 24 because if you add 8 three times, that's basically the same thing as multiplying 8 three times. So So 8 times 3 equals 24 is the multiplication equation. By the way, make sure to add the equals sign and the answer to these because equations are different from expressions. Expressions, you don't add the equals sign or the answer, but for equations you do, so keep that in mind. Anyway, moving on to question 39. So 39 it says, write a fraction that has a value greater than 3/8 using 3 as the numerator. Be sure to include what you know about fractions in your answer. Explain how you know your answer is correct. So for this question, I wrote this. So I said 3/5 would be a fraction greater than 3/8. This is because if you have a fraction with the same numerator and a smaller denominator, than another fraction, then the fraction with a smaller denominator will be greater. I wrote down that information because that's how I know my answer is correct. 3/5 has a wait, same numerator and small denominator. This is supposed to be bigger denominator. Let me just fix that real quick. Okay, I can't really fix it, but yeah, a same numerator and greater denominator than another fraction. And the fraction with the greater denominator, wait, never mind, smaller. Then the fraction with the smaller denominator will be greater because 3/5 it has a smaller denominator than 3/8, so 3/5 is bigger. Really sorry for that bad explanation, but that's basically it. The so it basically comes down to this: a fraction with a smaller denominator than the other fraction and would be greater than the other fraction if it has the same numerator. So for number 40, it says, Selena is training for a race. Last week, she ran 4 miles every day on 3 different days. Use the symbol X to make an array that represents the total number of miles Selena ran last week. Show your work. So for this, you have to make an array. So you can do 1, 2, 3 columns, and 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. You could do X, 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 X. Then you just fill everything up with X's, and that would give you your array, because it says there are 4 miles each day on 3 different days. 4 miles, that's represented in the rows, in the number of X's in the rows, and 3 days is the number of columns. And for the second part, it says, this week, Selena plans to run a total of 20 miles. If she runs 4 miles each day, how many miles will she need to run this week? So you basically have to divide 20 by 4 to get 5. There are 20 miles that she plans to run. If she plans to run 4 each day, she needs to run 5 days to achieve her goal. And our answer is 5 days. Okay guys, so that's basically it for today. I hope you found this video useful, and make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!